One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Falcons will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Bates. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Boise State Broncos offense will start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He gets it away from his own end zone. So Air Force's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
The Falcons in a good spot here with second and short. On the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Scanning the field, it's Graves. The throw, the short hands, it's Lindsey. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
And the Falcons have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to scramble. Got room to work. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Falcons have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Rush. Snagged out of the air.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage, predictable situations.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Yeah, no mystery there. 3rd down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Got a man. It's James. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
They'll run the option. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The option look. He'll toss it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Sends it back in motion. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt. And they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
The pitch. Got enough for the first. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Quarterback on the keeper. Now the pitch. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Air Force. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Number 13, set to kick it off.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air, it's Rush. Grabbed in the backfield, it's 4. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Gets it out quickly. At the 45 on his way. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Second down coming up. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up 4th.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to pass. It's Graves. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the back. Give to the fullback. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down and they're down to the 42.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Boise State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 4 over Cal. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw, it's Graves. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
He'll pull it on the read. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far.
There he goes! Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. And the Falcons just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And you could tell the QB wants to run, and he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the jumps on it, they get that turnover. Boise State ready to send out that offense.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
Let's it fly. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Off the play fake. Lets it fly on the move. Makes a grab for a big play. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. There he goes. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Broncos are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Ford. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
42 Slider.
Back to throw, it's Rush. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to throw, it's Graves. Rush is on him. He'll get rid of it. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Let's
Let's talk for a second about Air Force. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You've still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking downfield, it's Rush. Shoots it to the left. Got a man. It's Wagner. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Maryland. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to go deep. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Rush. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's 4. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Broncos send out the punt unit.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
You'd think they would have had a good chance. On that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Sets up the screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Brings up second down.
He'll ride his man on the option. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Exhort the D. Looking left. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Rush. With the catch, it's Ford. Nice pickup there, gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snags it! He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This is like a gift to have starting field position like this, Jesse.
You're absolutely right. It's ideal. And, David, they practice this. Sudden change situations. You have got to be able to pay this off now if you're on offense.
Yeah, and you want to pay it off. You practice it, but set up in a goal-to-go situation. This is as good as it gets for this offense to succeed.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Goes to the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Rush. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some...
Turning it on! And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Falcons moving quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. On the run, deep down the right side.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Going to the running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fine play action. Finds his big tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And despite the missed field goal, guys, there's a bright side. They're still up by 16. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. On the option. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Great job by the back on the option.
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The give out of the gun. Spins away from the defense. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Rush. Makes the catch. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything.
There he goes. Just keep
Defensively, you'll take the slow downs. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
How about that, man? 3rd and long. You know what I'm going to run? Let's see. Long pass, go route. No, we're going to run the option and try to catch him off guard. And I think they do a little bit, but the defense does a nice job rallying and getting to the play and getting to the pitch man before he gets to the sticks.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Grab near the marker. It's Hodges. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the option. Quick toss. Fights off a defender. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? On the option. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State ready to send out that offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Racing to the right. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Boise State. He would not be denied. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Middle Tennessee is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 18 to UTEP. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Extending the play. Finds space on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive...
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Dropping back, it's Rush. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the 4th quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the 1st down.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any...
Breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything...
Touchdown Broncos! And the punishment has been extended. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Got his man. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot up.
Snatches it on the run. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while.
Turning it on! And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. And the Falcons in the hurry-up.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, then go get extra.
Touchdown, Air Force! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2 two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Rush. Fires complete on the crosser. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's James. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no... return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Falcons! A great catch and run for 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Gets the back moving, pushes ahead, and they're able to get him down.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Boise State ready to send out that offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got there.
Oh, ball's out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows?
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Falcons will hustle to the line.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the knee. There he goes. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's third down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the first down.
And the Falcons with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Blasted as he lets it go.
You got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.